Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Women Trackmania channel. It's time for another event in the Women's Racing League. My name is Neon Colored, and I'm once again joined by Velen. Good evening to you.
Hello, Neon, and hello, chat. I hope you're ready for a new round of matches today. It's going to be 3 rounds, and it's going to be good, I think. Looking forward to it.
It's absolutely gonna be good. First match we're going to do is Lilies versus Big Bonkers. Of course, we do have a schedule once again that I think we have as a command in here too. If not, the first round matches that we're going to see today, or that we're at least going to have progressing today, because as you know, the rounds are all going at the same time. We have Equinox taking a bye because the Orange Coat Club unfortunately couldn't make it in the second match, the Wild Things against Catgirl Maids. Lilies versus Big Bonkers is going to be shown on this channel, and Meow versus Wisp in the last match. And we're going to see how it's going. I think those matches are pretty exciting.
I think so too. There's going to be, let's see, of course, Maji and Sneaky Annie. We didn't get to spectate them last round or last month. This time we are, and then we have the Lilies. Let me see. With Liz and Lena Kitty, of course, who were also in the tournament last season. So we have seen them before, and Maji and Annie are newcomers, so to say. So, what do you think of this one? Who's going to take this? What do you think?
Difficult to say. Of course, the Lilies, as a pair that has a lot of experience together, they are at a little bit of an advantage. But Margie and Annie, after they weren't quite happy about the last installment of the series, they might come in with a lot more practice and also
I think so.
with a lot of frustration that they really want to get out of their systems with a good result today. So I think they should absolutely not be underestimated.
Exactly, because I think they sort of underestimated the competition last time a little bit, and now they were like, okay, we gotta step it up. And I think that we're gonna see possibly a different Big Bonkers this time, and maybe less bonking. I think they're gonna surprise us. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah, we're gonna have a different kind of surprise today too, because if you remember the latest tournament we had in September, the grand final consisted of the Birds of Prey beating out Red Blue to the first tournament win. Now both teams are not here today. They can unfortunately not participate. That is, of course, very sad because we would have loved to see a rematch today or tomorrow between those two. But it's also a great opportunity for everyone else, and means that both Birds of Prey and Red Blue are going to be kept on their heels to get some points in the next tournament in November.
Exactly, because there are points to be gained today, and Red, Blue, and the Birds of Prey aren't here to take them. So let's see who takes them. There's 8 teams. One team is already advanced to the lower bracket because, of course, of how many teams we have today. But yeah, I don't know who's gonna take it. We'll have to see. Well, this first round's gonna separate the lower bracket and the upper bracket, of course. So then maybe we can get some more accurate predictions in. Let's go. We have the pick and ban phase. And Maji is right now going to pick a map or ban a map, and it's going to be Attention is banned for the Big Bonkers, and Lena Kitty is going to ban another map for the Lilies, and that map is going to be, still thinking about it. Of course, the last map picked is going to be the random map. It's going to be the decider. It's going to be a best of 3. Celestia is also banned, so we will not see that in this round today. First map picked is Biochemistry, picked by Lilies. And Annie is going to pick the next map for the big bonkers. And then there's going to be one left, which will decide if we go to a third map today in this round.
Biochemistry already makes me happy. It is very technical. It is basically the little sister of bioengineered, and I think biochemistry also does many things that bioengineered had as frustration points a lot better. Of course, the last section is still incredibly tricky
Yeah.
and difficult to maneuver, but of course, we didn't want to make it easy. We just wanted to make it better. And I think that we definitely have done with biochemistry. That's not to say that bioengineered
Oh,
is a bad map.
Annie
It was
can see
absolutely
pick and
fantastic.
ban. Annie can see pick and ban, she says.
That is
I'm looking
not
at
great.
Creedy. Oh, no, it has been picked. Nest has been picked. I hope she picked it and it wasn't a timeout, I guess.
That was most likely a random pick, but we're going to check in with Big Bonkers
Yeah, we're
if
going to check
they
in
are
with them.
actually okay with that map pick. And we're gonna see if we need to redo the draft phase. It seems like it was an issue only on the side of Annie because the others were able to pick and ban their preferred choices.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, Lena
And
Kitty now as well asking in the chat if we need to redo. So I'm just looking at the production here to see the. Oh, I think Annie says we are good. So they are happy with the pick. Um, was it Celestia that was picked fourth? I think so. No, Nest was picked. Yeah,
Nest was picked, yeah.
Nest is the one that was picked. Okay. Um, we are restarting. We're actually going now. The first match of this week, or this month, I should say. We're going to bioengineered a map made by Creedy and Chloe. And we're going to have a short warm up, and then we are off for this week. There are, of course, other matches to be played. There is a French cast as well. If you want to see that, let me see. Maybe someone can put the link to that in the chat. But for now, we are looking at Lilies versus Big Bonkers. And we are starting in 3 seconds. So let's get ready.
First race of the evening. And yeah, so far, I don't know. Are skins loading for you? Because for some reason, Liz has a Costa Rican skin for me. Not to say that it's not beautiful, but of course, it's not the standard Lily skin. But we're not wasting too much time with that. Liz and Lena are taking off into the distance for this first round. And he has a little bit of trouble through the first technical section. Maybe needs to warm up a little bit more to the map. But Margie is on the heels of the Lilies,
Oh,
and beautiful overtake against Lena. That
that
was
was a
a
beautiful slide.
pretty inside line, and Liz has to watch out that the Norwegian racer is not going to take her off. But Liz lines are absolutely tight and perfect, absolutely neat, and she takes the round win. Margie comes home in second, Lena in third, and that's a victory for the Lilies.
Yes, but they did not give away the ace because Maji had an insane bug slide there and just took over that position and didn't give it away. So that is 2-1 for the Lilies. Bonk having 1 point on the board. Let's go into round 2. We have Liz once again taking the lead. It is Maji and Annie this time in hot pursuit, but I think it's Lena with the overtake. No, Annie had a better line. And we have Lena hitting the side, so she's going to lose a lot of time there with that acceleration penalty. Good bug slides from all three ladies in the front. Liz, however, has already a second on everyone else. She's not messing around here. And Maji taking a little bit of that grass, but she still has a really good line. And it might even be Annie overtaking. No, it's not. This is a draw. This is going to be a tight match if that's what we're looking at.
Now, that finish looked a lot closer than it actually was, with Liz hitting the top of the goal.
Yeah.
That was interesting. But yeah, Margie and Annie keeping it pretty clean in these first two rounds. That is
Exactly.
just what you need. As long as you're keeping it clean, you can also always go quicker. And
Ooh.
speaking about it, I cast the Cursed Annie apparently. She hits the outside wall with her rear wheel and then gets into a no slide. That is, of course, the perfect moment for a caster curse once again. I did it once more. But Margie is still hunting down Liz, or is she? Lena, with a beautiful inside line, has absolutely nailed the bug slide. But Margie is not giving up on this second place. She knows she needs to get the points in, otherwise the Lilies might run away with this.
Ooh.
But Lena gets through the identity quicker, and she clinches the ace. And now the Lilies have a substantial advantage over the big bonkers.
That ace indeed puts the gap at 4 points, and that is a huge gap in a format like this because, of course, we're going to 10 points. And if you get 10 points in on a map, you win that map, and you only need to win 2 maps for your team to win this match. So that is a really, really good position for the Lilies to be in, and it is time for the big bonkers to do something about that. They need to get the counter ace, or they need to win 3 times in a row in order to make up for that. Let's see if they can do it. Liz, once again, in the lead, but it is Lena who has made a mistake and makes another one. She hits the side, so she will be out of this one. Maji doing really well in this match. Second place, again, hot on Liz's heels, but Liz is just very, very strong and consistent here. Takes another first place. I think that is 4 first places for her right now. Wow, that is
It
that
is
is
indeed.
fast. Yeah, the times driven are 43.5, which is about a second after or behind world record. So they're not super fast in that sense, but still they are consistent and they're doing well.
Next up, we have track point for the Lilies, but they need to ace it. And Annie has a big issue with that perspective. She is taking off into the lead, but Liz is just a little bit quicker. Now in the background, it looks
Oh,
like we're going for second place as 3, but Annie once again hitting the wall. Unfortunate after an amazing start. She's falling behind a little bit, and Margie has not quite made the bug slide. Now, ace position for the Lilies. Can Lena Kitty bring it home? Can Liz take home another win? And it looks like it's going well. Lena, not with the cleanest landing, but she maintains her speed. They're taking the ace and they are taking biochemistry.
GG. That was a clean map, especially by Liz, who just she got all the first places. She knew this map, she was comfortable on it, and there you go. We're going to the next map. It is Nest by Switch, who of course played last season as well. And if the Lilies win this map, that means they win the match. So it's very important for the big bonkers, for Maji and Annie, to step it up here and take this map for themselves, because then we'll go to map 3 and they will still have an opportunity to take this match and end up in the upper bracket. Because that is, of course, what this is about. If you win this match, you go to the upper bracket. If you lose it, you go to the lower bracket. And here we go. We are starting. The warm up is over. We are on Nest Neon.
Round 1. And if the warm up is an indicator for what's going to happen, then Margie has probably a little more of a claim to the win on this map, with Liz with a perfect start once again. Margie is setting off after her though, and she's so far taking second place away. We're looking into the lower half of the field, and Annie, unfortunately, not quite with a perfect line through the
Good
dirt,
lead.
but in the front, Margie is catching up to Liz, and Liz is. That was a close one, a very close call. Almost went airborne and lost a lot of speed, but it
Low
worked
jumps.
out fine. Beautiful quarter pipe jump from both Liz and Margie, but it seems like Liz has taken a little bit of a higher advantage out of it.
Oh,
Next up, Margie hits a barrier, and that is not what she wants here. Second place now goes to Lena Kitty. She inherits it quite effortless. And Margie, what a beautiful round she has driven. One mistake costs her dearly.
that was a jump she didn't quite align properly and jumped right on the side there. Unfortunate, because she was driving a really clean round up to that point. But it's Lena right now who makes a mistake right off the get-go. So right now we're looking at Maji, who is once again following Liz close behind, but she drifts a little bit off, and it is Annie who takes over that position. And now it's up to her to see if she can catch Liz. But Liz has 1.3 seconds. She's on a banger of a run right now and not letting off. Maji not having the greatest round. Clips again. Here's the quarter pipe. Let's see if there is any jumps here that go wrong. They're not. Liz is just completely gone. Lena on a 10-second deficit here. Annie's going to take a second place. Can she take the risky? She can. Maji will also get the risky with 4 seconds. We have a tie, so at least it's not an ace. They limit that damage because they're already looking at 3 points as a deficit. So that's unfortunate.
I mean, it's still important to at least get a draw here for the momentum. And I think Annie, with a great start, can definitely cause a headache to Liz as well, especially if Liz, I don't know, has she hit the checkpoint? It looked quite like it. Baji is taking the momentum and she is in the lead, and Sneaky Annie in second place. That is ace position. Can the big bonkers capitalize on that, or can Liz get something back? She's trying the outside line. Lena Kitty respawns. She is out of the picture for the moment, but Liz takes second place. Margie is still in the lead by about 2/10, but Liz is incredibly quick. She's absolutely fired up and
Low
ready
jump.
to take another dub. Low jump through the quarter pipe, and that is the lead. And Margie has to step it up in this last turn to get something out of it. She has a beautiful exit. She's much quicker than Liz. And she takes the first win of the day. That does not go to Liz. But Annie, not quite with a perfect finish. Doesn't matter too much. Liz is actually not bringing it home at all. Lena Kitty takes second place. Annie with the third place confirms the victory for the big bonkers. And that's an important one.
What a beautiful last turn there from Maji. Liz just completely having a brain lag or something, and ends up finishing in a well, ends up finishing in 10-second deficit. But this is good for the big bonkers. This is good to put on the board. It's good for your confidence. It's good knowing that you can win this, that your opponent can make mistakes, because of course Liz had all first places up to this point. And this is exactly what the big bonkers need to make something happen. Liz, right now, once again, in first place. And let's see how the quarter pipe goes. High jumps from both girls. Of course, did Liz respawn? Liz respawned. Now it is Maji in the lead. And let's see. Maji, what is happening? Wait, there we go. Maji going to, she respawned as well. It's Lena this time getting a first place. I was confused what was happening. It is Liz in third. Annie takes fourth. This is a win for the Lilies, and it puts them on match point if they get the ace on the board. That was confusing. A lot of respawning there. Yeah.
That was unfortunate because Margie hit the last checkpoint. She was really out in the lead quite comfortably. Lena capitalized on it, and we're gonna see if Lena can take this momentum and bring it into the next round. Beautiful start here from the Lilies. They're going in the top 2 for the moment, but Margie once again with a much better drift, and she's also catching up to Liz quite substantially through the sausager, but doesn't quite hit the right line. Liz is once again out in the distance with a 7/10 advantage. That is quite a lot. Can she bring it safely through the next section? The jumps and the quarter pipe look quite nicely. Annie is catching up to Lena Kitty once more. Machi hits the wall, but Lena hits it as well. That means Annie is in the second place. Can she bring it home? Who is going to take third here? Sneaky Annie is going for the second place, and she brings it home. Machi with the third place, and that is an unexpected result. But
they both made the exact same mistake at the exact same spot at the same time. That was insane.
That was incredible.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Collisions were enabled almost. All right, here we go. Last round. It takes a victory or an ace for the Lilies to take this match. So it is very, very important for Maji and Annie to deliver a good round here. Annie already half a second behind now, but Maji, still in the running, is going to do everything she can to take that first place from Liz because she has to, or this match is over if they finish in the position they are in now. So it is Lena Kitty in third place, Liz once again in fourth, in first. I'm sorry. Here we have the quarter pipe. Of course, if you jump low, you have a lot less airtime, but if you jump higher, it takes longer, but you have a lot more speed coming out of it. So here we go. Maji and Lena fighting for.
We are back on the way. Sorry for that quick outage, but it seems like the Trackmania gods did not like the previous match result. Of course, Lilies went out with a 2-0. The last map was won 10-6. We are currently in the match The Wild Things against the Catgirl Maids, which has also taken to the map Nest and Kido, unfortunately not quite making the quarter pipe. We are also up 1-0 here, and the Catgirl Maids have all of the work to do to get back into this match.
Indeed, and we have Stardust taking a second place here. Stardust, who last week was doing really well on especially this map, I think, taking a lot of points. Um, yes, Wild Things are one map ahead, so they're also 6-4 ahead in this match. So it is really important for the misses to get these points on the board. We have a mistake from the get go. It was Misfit Maid, I think. Let's see if I can. Uh, Here we go. Yeah, my buttons weren't working. We have Miss in the lead. Kato and Stardust following closely behind. And let's see if she can catch up. Kato is in pursuit with only a 0.1. Seems to have a little bit more speed. Here we go into the quarter pipe. Kato actually taking it the other side around from everyone else. Not sure if which line would be faster, but she does come out of that pretty nicely. Does Miss have a little bit more speed? Maybe. This is going to be a very close finish. Misfit Maid respawns, but it is Kato, in fact, who is taking first place here. Miss is 0.2 behind. Very close race. Kato taking over the lead right at the end there. Stardust in third place, which means a win for the Wild Things.
And that was a pretty good round from the Wild Things, of course, but also from Miss, who kept them on their heels the entire time. We once again have the situation where Misfit May takes a little bit of an unconventional line. I don't know if she's suffering from her nerves a little bit, but it seems like she's not quite in the groove in this specific match. We're, of course, on
Oh,
match point
Kato.
here. And Kido, I did not see that before, but of course, if you're going too far up the quarter pipe, you may get stuck, and Kido had just that happen. Stardust is now taking off into the lead. She has a second of an advantage ahead of
Oh, no, no,
Miss,
no,
but she
Kato.
had to respawn. She did not make the checkpoint. That is unfortunate. Miss is taking the lead. Stardust is currently still counting her losses. Kido hits the inside flags, but Misfit Mate hits the wall on the other side. Yeah, Magi and the Lilies can relate of that one. Can Misfit Mate clinch the second place, or will Kido steal it away?
Ooh.
No, it's third place actually, but that also counts as a great race. Kido in third place clinches the draw, and we're still on match point, and the Catgirl Maids need an ace.
Yes, that is the only result that is going to be good for them. And unfortunately, there is an immediate bonk here from Misfit Maid, so that's going to be a hard one. Kato is in first place. Stardust is in second, so this is a perfect position for the Wild Things, and it is exactly the wrong position for the ladies on the red team because any result but an ace is what they need. So if they finish like this, it's going to be a win for the Wild Things. Let's see, we got the quarter pipe jump here. Both, all three get through it pretty cleanly. It is still Kato and Stardust in the lead, though. And if they finish like this, it is probably going to be... Yeah, there you go. Kato finishing in first. Stardust jumping to the safe finish or doing something. Still, it is enough. Kato has first place, and that means 11-7 GG to both teams. The Wild Things advance to the upper bracket.
Looking good. The Wild Things are definitely in the groove. Catgirl Maids have shown a great display of competitiveness, but can't quite steal a map. And yeah, that means round one is officially done and dusted. We have all 3 matches behind us, every single one of them at 2-0. But or is it? Because Meow versus Wisp is actually the one missing. Is it still underway by any chance? Do we have a report from a certain third party by any chance?
1 and
All right.
2. Wisp has won that game with 2 points, 2 maps, and Meow has taken a map, but unfortunately it wasn't enough for them. Maybe we can take a look at the standings at the bracket so that we can see what the next matches are going to be. Let's see. Here we go. We have the upper bracket is going to be Equinox versus the Wild Things, and we have Lilies versus Wisp. And then we have in the lower bracket the Orange Car Club and Cat Maids, but that game is already decided due to the Orange Car Club not being able to play today. So Big Bonkers and Meow is the other match that's going to happen. And yeah, Neon, which match do you think we're going to spectate here? Because we still have about 15 minutes before the match starts. We're gonna have a little bit of a break, but let's see which match we're gonna watch. Actually, what do you think, Neon?
What do you think? Would you prefer to stay in the upper bracket, or do we go with the Big Bonkers again when they take on Meow in what is probably a high-stake game, as it is the first elimination match of the evening?
That is true. But maybe we watch a team that we have not seen yet.
We have a correction in the Meow Wisp match
True.
because a bird just whistled to us and told us that it's actually a 2-1 for Meow instead of Wisp. So we have Big Bonkers versus Wisp in the first elimination match of the day.
2-0 even. Okay.
2-0 even. Yeah, good thing we're not responsible for the results.
Well, it's not a Trackmania tournament if there's not some kind of glitch in the production, right? So there you go. I'd say we pick one of the upper bracket ones. Let's see. The question is which one? Equinox Wild Things or Lilies and Meow? Shall we watch the first one? Equinox Wild Things?
Well, we didn't see Equinox today, so
Exactly.
it would only be fair to go for that one. Objections in chat, but I guess fans of each team will just propagate for themselves. But yeah, we're gonna take a quick little break. I don't know if production has figured out the issues with the overlays that have been mentioned in the chat, but we're gonna get to that. There might be a quick restart of the stream, in case the stream goes dark. We will be back within a few minutes, and we're of course going to be back for the next matches in roughly 17 minutes. Don't touch the browser, and we're going to see you then.
Yes. See you in a bit.